Yeti. All right, can y'all hear me? Everybody hear me? Everybody good? Tell me if you can hear me. Okay. So, looks like we're up. Um, yeah. If y'all can go ahead and tell your classmates, hey, he switched it to 5 because I got some family stuff I need to do. That would be great. Siegler, we're done with that. Also, I'm going to be eating as I just got back home. Got to get these gains. So, forgive me if I speak while eating like a scrub. But go ahead and wait. Want to get some more people here? Go ahead and text, email people who need to be studying. Just let them know so that we can go ahead and really bring a lot of value. Guys, I'm actually excited about the game. I know I'm going to get a dirty look from my wife when I say it, but I went ahead and used this study session as an excuse to buy a remastered game that your boy Mr. Barbosa is super excited about. If anybody played Fable, Fable is my jam. Good old RPG, one of the pioneers of the genre. I bought the remastered version, and there's a lot of moral choices that can be made, and I'm gonna ask for your input on those moral choices. We'll make this a series so that y'all can help me form this character, hopefully in a very moral and holy way, but we'll see. So, I don't know. Is everyone shooting text messages, emails, letting people know the time has changed? Let them know. So much hopelessness so early, Jedi disciple. I don't know, Dark Souls seems like a pretty intimidating game. Also, I just don't like games that don't have a lot of light, like, in the game. Like, yeah, I get it. It's called Dark Souls. It's very dark. Like, the lighting is just not I don't like it. You know, maybe it's because I don't have good eyesight. But I turn up every one of my games to max gamma because I can't see crap. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get started. Oh no. Not showing anything. All right, can y'all see the game? I just gotta check that y'all can see the game. Because there's no point in playing a game that you can't see. Looks like you can see it. Now, what you guys got to tell me is what are you hearing? What am I eating? I am eating a meal that was prepared for me by Mr. Brown from the English department because I paid him to meal prep for me, and it's delicious. Alright, you guys can see it, but can you hear the game? Super important that you hear the game. I need everybody to let me know if you can hear it. A fantasy tune. Yes. Is it good volume? Is it too high? Can you still hear me? Like, should I lower the game volume, raise my volume? Tell me where we're at. Joey, you need to calm your butt down. We're setting the stage, all right? I will get to your questions, dog. Oh, the prepared meal? It's chicken and spaghetti. Knees weak, arms are heavy. All right. Let's get started. What is this lag? That's trash. Hold on. This better not be this slow. Advanced. Maybe it's the resolution that's making it slow. Full screen, VSync. Alright, hopefully, you know what? Whatever. Hopefully that's fine. Alright, we're gonna go new game. Gentlemen, let's choose the difficulty. Where do we want it? What is this? Why can't I raise the difficulty? Heroic. Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, we're going to play as a chicken because, honestly, I haven't played this game in a long time. So don't judge me. All right. Hopefully there's subtitles. Oh, man. Yeah, babe, I'm going to spend some time playing this outside of... outside of teaching, because this is bringing me back.
Deep in the forest of Albion lay the small town of Oakvale, unchanged by time and untouched by the sword. Here lived a boy and his family, a boy dreaming of greatness.
I'm that boy.
Of one day being a hero.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Sometimes he imagined himself as a noble knight or a powerful wizard.
Don't practice witchcraft.
And other times he dreamt he'd be an evil warrior. But in all his dreams of greatness, he could not possibly imagine the power of the destiny that lay before him.
Come on, wake up.
That's me.
Daydreaming again, were you? Just like your mother. Mind always wandering. Well, let it wander off to find your sister, will you?
Oh, man.
She's out playing by the Barrowfields gate. Remember, you haven't given her a birthday present yet. Don't tell me you forgot to get her one. Well, I'm not bailing you out this time, son.
The only time you see your dad, the whole game.
I'll give you a gold piece for each good deed you do around Oakvale.
Give me that money.
That should be enough to buy her a present. Now, get moving and stay out of trouble.
Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. The nostalgia is hitting me hard. All right. So, gentlemen. No. Muniz. No. All right. So, what's the first question we got here? How many of the Fable games have you played? Sebastian, what kind of question is that? I've played them all. Except the stupid one on Wii. No one played that one. Okay? So let's go back to what Joey Siegler differentiate between schismatics and separated brethren. Right? So for schismatics, we're looking at, you know, the people who originally, you know, well, let me kick this chicken. That's right. Got him. We're looking at the people who originally broke away from the faith, right? They would be considered schismatics, and that's different than, what, talk to this guy, punch this guy? That's different than the people who are the descendants of those people, right? So the sin is on the person who broke away from the faith, you know, thinking that that was proper reform. So that's a schismatic person. But their descendants would be under the category of separated brethren because they themselves did not choose to schism, right? So that's the distinction there. All right. Ooh, what's up? How do I talk to this guy?
Hello, lad. I'm a trader.
Hello, lad.
I wander the world buying and selling wares, especially to fine folk like your good self. Some little girl I saw said you have a sister, and it's her birthday.
I don't like how much this guy knows about me.
And it seems you haven't got her a present yet. It just so happens that I have a rather nice box of sweets here. Guaranteed to put a smile on any sister's face for only 3 gold pieces.
3 gold, huh? That seems a little high.
Maybe later. Remember, 3.
All right, guys. Let's go earn some money.
Mind how you go, kid.
All right, what's going on here? How can we determine which church is Christ's church? Why are there divisions in the church? So, they're the marks of the Holy Spirit. The marks of the church. Right? What is this? Oh, I need to just go find random people. The marks of the church: one holy, Catholic, and apostolic. That is the 4 marks that this is Christ's one true church. So all of those elements need to be there to be considered the one true church. Why is there division? Well, usually it occurs because some people think that that's an appropriate response.
Where's that filthy layabout husband of mine?
Oh, that's an appropriate response to maybe things that they disagree with, but we would argue that it's not. So look at that. She's looking for her husband, huh? What's going on
With
here?
some woman I don't doubt.
Oh.
I run his house, bring up his children, and what do I get in return?
Uh-oh.
Nothing. If you find him, let me know, won't...
Oh yeah, we
Honestly,
gonna let you know.
Where's that good-for-nothing husband of mine?
Let's go find him. Spoiler alert, I already know where he is because I played this game like 10 years ago and everything is burned in my memory. Look at him. Behind the house. Look at this guy. Look at this weirdo. Stop.
Your wife finds us.
Oh my goodness.
What? I was just, I've never even met this woman. Who is she? Look, Sonny, keep your mouth shut about this, right? My wife's at home with our little ones, and I'm supposed to be working. But a man should be entitled to do what he likes, don't you think?
No. No, not really. I do not. Why? Because you suck as a human being. Guys, we've been reading about this with David stuff.
Tell you what, if you keep this little secret, I'll give you a gold piece.
What would you do, huh? Would you take that gold piece? Would you? Would you take that gold? Would you? Because not me. Will you take a bribe? No.
Just don't tell my wife. I can't let her find out about this. Oh, come here, my
Oh, wow, he
little
goes right back
son.
into it. All right, that's fine. What is the justification for Protestants and Catholic differences in the understanding of what? I think you misunderstood there a little bit. So it's what are the differences between Protestants and Catholics regarding original sin and justification? Those are two topics, right? Also, we're totally about to rat this guy out.
Where's that filthy layabout? With some... I run his house. If you find him, let me...
Gentlemen, what's the plan? I say proportional response is just you beat him up right now. I'm a child. Take it, but then tell her anyways. Ah, Imran. That's next level. I didn't even think about that. But I gotta tell her now. It's the only way I get money.
You have? Right. I thank you, young...
I've performed a good deed. Oh, that's right. My dad gives me money for good deeds. Is that good parenting? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, she's... she's going after him. What's going on? How come I can't run?
Ah, one day I want children of my own. You filthy swine! I ought to chop them right off.
Uh-oh.
Please, my dear, I can explain everything.
Get him.
Don't insult me anymore! My mother was right about you!
We were rehearsing a play.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Well, if you think I'm going to cook and clean for you while you're out having a good time with your strumpet, you've got another thing coming!
Uh-oh.
Who is she anyway? Some tart from the village? Younger than me, is she? You filthy swine! I ought to chop them right off!
Oh.
Don't insult me anymore!
Alright, we're done with
My
that.
mother was right about you!
I think it was on a loop anyways. Alright. Yeah, next time we'll definitely pull the double cross. Let's see. So, remember when we're looking at original sin,
He really keeps the spirit of
Catholics believe that original sin has the capacity of being passed down, right? Not like, you know, for some reason you are responsible for the sin of someone before you, but that what does original sin do? Quite literally, like, damages.
Oh, thank God. I've got to, just stand between those two. I'll put a good word in. Right.
Okay, it literally damages, like, our soul. It makes it...
My cousin says that the barrels in these warehouses might have
Uh-oh.
stuff in them.
This is the devil tempting me,
Quick,
gentlemen.
while he's away, smash his barrels up and see what's inside. Unless you're too scared. And come on, let's go
Are we gonna
and break
be...
stuff.
Are we gonna be
Are you just gonna stand there
provoked?
like a lemon?
by a little child?
Good is so boring. Wouldn't you prefer to be smashing things?
How do I... Oh, should I punch the kid?
Come on, there's still
It's
time before he
tempter.
gets back.
I mean, I don't want
Oh,
to
you're
punch
no
a kid
fun
who's
at
even
all.
younger than me, but we might have to. Just kidding. You just got to resist temptation out there, gentlemen.
Fine, have your stupid
Evan Ray.
good deed then.
I'm going to have my stupid good deed then, alright? Yeah. Back up, scrub.
Excellent. Thanks, lad. I'll let your dad know.
Alright, so original sin passed down for Catholics. It damages our nature, but not so much to the point where it's impossible for us to do any good thing, right? Protestants, not passed down. So basically, like, original sin's not a thing. But that sin itself in our lives causes us to be totally incapable of doing any sort of good or cooperating, right? So in the Catholic worldview, we are capable of cooperating with grace.
Miscellaneous items here.
Whereas in the Protestant worldview, justification, God simply declares you righteous, right? And so we can see how these what's going on here? Is that a bully? All right, I'm gonna explain this before I jump on this bully. But we can see how the Protestant worldview holds works are not a part of faith. Right? Works are not a part of your salvation. The Catholic worldview is that works have the capacity of cooperating with God's grace and allowing us to participate in our salvation. That understanding, it is connected to our understanding of original sin, that we require something to transform us back, right? And the Protestant understanding, Luther's understanding was works useless, not even cooperating, and God simply declares you righteous, right? So that's justification and original sin. Let's go help here, huh? What's going on here, huh?
Get him off me! Please help!
Oh yeah, let's do it.
He goes around the town beating up anyone smaller than him.
What a bully.
But you look strong. I bet.
Yeah, let's go. Are we gonna stand up for justice? Get out of here, you scrub. That's right.
I'm sorry. I'll leave him alone. Just please don't hit me again.
Bullies are cowards. That's all you gotta know.
Thank you. You stopped him good. Thank you. Here.
Man,
I'll let
I
you
am
look after
concerned
Rosie.
about
She'll be safe
your
with you.
moral life because you guys are all like, do the bad thing. I got a teddy bear. So like, this kid gave me his teddy bear. I don't know whether that's something I should particularly care about. It says that there are more good deeds capable of being done here.
I've lost Ro-
Oh, it's the bear. Well, there's your bear. Alright. I didn't want to listen to that, so. Guys, we are just the best kid in town. That's all I'm saying. Alright. Rob him so he learns how to grow up on these Oakvale streets. You suck, Sebastian. That's mean. But let's kick this chicken. That's right. I'm gonna kick this. Stupid chicken. Oh my gosh, did the game freeze? Oh, okay. Alright. Explain the 4 marks of the church as and the source of the church's unity. 4 marks of the church are 1, holy, Catholic, and apostolic. Pretty simple. Oh hey, it's my sister.
Hello, little brother.
Hello.
I hope you haven't forgotten what day it is, like you did last year. I'm sorry if I woke you up last night. It was another of those dreams. I was standing in this field when something happened, but I can't remember what. Never mind that though. I'm still waiting for my present.
Okay. So, sister becomes a big deal later on in the game. Just a heads up. I just wish I could run. Man, that'd be useful, huh? Oh, hey, look, there's a sprint button. So, let's see. You've got Pete on the phone right now. Come after me. All right. These chickens don't got rights. But I've done enough good deeds. I'm a good kid. Let's go, let's go get that money for Dad.
Well, I think you may have enough there, son.
That's right. Because what have we learned? Family pays family to do good things. This is a terrible lesson, gentlemen.
One day
That's all I know. He bought my goodness. Let's go. Alright. Hold on, gentlemen. And we're gonna block.
Trade goods. Get your miscellaneous items here.
Gentlemen, I recommend that you don't say inappropriate things. Let's see, let's go to the trader and let's buy some stuff. So, before I do that though, let's explain 1 holy Catholic and apostolic. Wow, this guy's loud. Okay. So, right, we focus on oneness in this unit. And you really only have to nominally know the other 4 marks, the other 3 marks in this unit, because we've gone over them before. So apostolic, it's you can trace it back to the apostles and their authority. Holy, that it's connected to Christ. It's the bridegroom. It's the bride of Christ. So Christ is the source of its holiness. Catholic, universal. It's for the whole world. And then oneness. That's kind of the big thing that we focus on. So the sources of unity that we went over in this chapter, that we are one in faith, worship, and leadership, right? So faith, it's what we believe, right? Worship, it's who we praise, who we give our worship to, that's God. And then leadership, and that is the successors of the apostles, the bishops and the pope, right? And then there are 3 wounds that correspond to those ways in which the church is one. Let's continue with the game.
Ooh, you're lucky I've still got these sweets.
Oh, I don't think you're a good salesman, and you probably wouldn't have sold them.
Quickly, give me 3 gold pieces now, and they're yours. Young sir, they are yours. Wish your sister a happy birthday from me now, won't you?
All right, gentlemen, little warning for y'all. It's about to go, like, these things are about to get real, okay? I mean, we're about to go from 0 to 100. Oh, hey, what's up? I have your chocolates. Tutorial's over, boys.
I knew you were going to bring me chocolates. It's just like my dream. Come on, let's go home. Mother will be back for my party any minute now. Wait, there's something wrong.
Oh, no.
Bandits!
Uh-oh.
What's really happening? They're here. You've got to hide.
Got one!
Evil had come to Oakvale. Bandits wielding torches and steel, slaying and burning all in their path. Blood-red flames lit the night as the villagers screamed and begged for mercy.
Uh-oh.
And soon, their bodies filled the streets.
Things get real, gentlemen.
Then the raiders reached the last house where the boy and his family lived. It was them they had slaughtered so many to find. The father
told my
fought
students
to
I'd be
protect
eating.
his kin, but he was no warrior and fell mortally wounded. The bandits ripped the house apart, but could not find the boy. Through torture
That music
and
is very
threats, his
nice.
mother and sister remained silent, and their furious attackers took them both. From the nearby woods, the boy watched as all he knew was taken away. His whole life was crushed to ashes. He was alone.
This kid is garbage at hiding. All right, well, Zach clearly has no empathy for this kid, despite the fact that his whole dang village got murdered, but, like, no big deal.
must leave. It's not safe here.
Uh-oh.
They're all dead. You don't want to join them, do you?
No,
Then
I'd prefer not to.
Give me your hand.
Thank you. Let's get out of here, weirdo. Gentlemen, if real people come up to you and tell you to come with them, this isn't Terminator and it's not this game, don't do it, probably. That's all I'm saying.
I thought you'd have a stronger stomach than that. Come on, save your energy, boy. It's not me you want to fight. You might not realize it, but I just saved your life. There's nothing left for you in Oakvale. And if you'd stayed, you'd be as dead as the rest of them. Come with me.
I am not happy.
My name is Maze, and I'm the head of the Guild of Heroes.
He's a scrub.
You must have heard of it. You'll find nowhere safer in all of Albion, nor a better place to call your home. And if it's vengeance you want, you'll need the training only we can offer. Here we are. I'll introduce you to the Guildmaster. He'll be your guide from now on.
Alright. So, gentlemen. Well, we're probably about to go into another cutscene, but I want to answer your questions. We'll answer them after this scene is
I have a
done.
new student for you. Put him in the dorm upstairs with the girl.
You don't look much like hero material to me, but...
Alright,
Maze
old guy,
knows what he's
screw
doing, I
you. Calling
Well,
me a scrawny
follow me
person.
then. You'll be sharing this room with Whisper, one of our brightest young pupils. She's playing in the woods right now, but you'll meet her in the morning. For now, you should get some sleep. Your training starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm crying. Everybody's dead.
It's time to wake up.
Isn't this music
You
great?
must be my roommate. Shorter than I expected. My name's Whisper. I've been here for a month. Had the room to myself till now, too. But that's all right. You know you talk in your sleep. Sounded like a bad nightmare. Happens to a lot the first week. Some don't even last that long. You won't either if you don't get moving. The Guildmaster is
If
waiting
you
for
want
us in the map
specific
room.
heresies that you
You
need
don't
nailed
want to
down,
be late on your first day.
you guys need
Follow
to be
me.
looking in your textbook. Look in your textbook. It has a list of heresies. They're very clear. They're explained very well. Look in your textbook. Let's see what's another one.
Looks like the Guildmaster got tired of waiting for you. He's probably at the
The two
training
great
grounds across
schisms
the
are
river.
the
Let's
Great
go.
Schism and the Protestant Reformation. Where am I going? Okay, so let's explain before we move on. So we have the Great Schism in 1054 and the Protestant Reformation. And then defend the church's teaching of indulgences against common misconceptions. So one, we got to know what an indulgence is, guys. An indulgence is it's not just a redundant thing for confession. Indulgences do not forgive sins. That's not what they do, okay? Indulgences are for what the church calls the temporal punishments associated with sin, okay? So that's like the effects of sin. So for instance, you can, if there's a difference between somebody stabbing you and then when that stab wound has been healed, aka forgiven in confession, it creates a scar. All right. So just because your stab wound is healed doesn't mean that you can use your arm or your chest at 100% even after it's healed. Scar tissue weakens tissue, right? So when we look at indulgences, that it is focused on those effects of sin. right? You break your leg, it may heal, but that doesn't mean your leg's at 100%. And so the same goes with our soul, right? So just because I'm forgiven does not mean that I have full capacity over my intellect and free will, right? So the example that I use a lot is, let's say that somebody developed a drinking habit, right, in college. So to drink a lot, to get drunk a lot, that is a sin, right? Now let's say they've done it so many times that they've built up a habit, and now that habit has become an addiction, right? So even if they were to stop drinking, to stop sinning, okay, they would still have the addiction. And that's something that they have to deal with, right? So they'd still have this desire, this obsessive desire to want to drink, right? That's the damage. That's the effect of sin, is that it weakens your will. And so when we look at what an indulgence is, it's not, like confession forgives your sins. Indulgences are focusing on helping us to deal with the effects of sin, particularly in purgatory, right? Purgatory is all about dealing with the effects of sin. Purgatory doesn't forgive your sin. If you were going to hell, you ain't going to purgatory. If you go to purgatory, it means you were already on your way to heaven, okay? So, yeah, and of course I'm using geographical language loosely, okay? So when purgatory is based on this idea, this twofold idea. One, that we know that nobody can be in the presence of God with blemish. They must be unblemished. They must be purified. And so purgatory is about purging those imperfections out of the person, right? And so they must be made perfect in front of God. Additionally, we know from the Old Testament that there are plenty of examples where people pray for the dead, right? Praying for the dead. If they're in hell, it doesn't matter. If they're in heaven, they don't need your prayers. So why do we pray for the dead, right? That's an important thing. That's why, purgatory is related to this idea of indulgences, because indulgences are about those temporal punishments, okay? So once you understand what an indulgence is, you know that it's not inherently bad or superfluous or ridiculous. The problem is that people were abusing it by simply, they were donating, right? When you have a recommended donations list, you might as well just call yourself a salesman, okay? So that practice was bad, okay? And the church did reform to be able to educate their priests better, to get more discipline. We know that the Jesuits were part of that. And when we look at the indulgences, I think it was good to argue that you shouldn't have kind of money involved in indulgences, but to argue against all of the sacraments, the priesthood, all of that, we would say is an overreaction, a disproportionate response by the Protestant reformers. Okay. Let's see. This test can be multiple choice with short answer. You bet your butt it will. All right. It will. Let's go outside. Look at that. Do a barrel roll. Look at that. I am a ball. All right. Where am I going? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. All right. I don't want to go backwards. Am I a scrub? Where am I going? There he is.
All right, lad. It's time to see if you've any potential. Get in the ring. Now then, I want you to hit that dummy as hard as you can. Just keep going till I tell you to stop.
The heck?
Not making much of an impact there, are you? Here, try with this.
We are in this test. We're using some stuff from chapter 4. So that was the I think it was sanctification all the way to conclusion in chapter 4, and then all of chapter 5. How do I equip it? There we go. That's right. Look at the combos.
Ah, now that's more like it. When you destroy an enemy like this dummy, it drops an experience orb.
Yep,
These orbs
that's how real
contain
life
the
works.
knowledge gained from killing the
Just
creature.
kidding. Don't beat up people.
It's very important that you collect these orbs, or you won't learn anything. Now pick it up. Well done, lad. Now then, tomorrow we'll... That's the guild alarm. Sounds like there might be something loose in the woods. This is a good opportunity to test your spirit.
Uh-oh. Let's go,
I'll wait for you
old
at the
man.
guild woods entrance while you deal with the problem. Once you're done, we can talk about starting your training.
Oh, yeah. Let's get that money. I mean, help people. Let's go. Any more questions, gentlemen? Anybody out here? How do the two schisms affect the mark of oneness? What, you gotta be clear with your questions, Sebastian, because when I hear schism, I say, well, it sounds like oneness is affected because it's no longer one. So help me understand what you're trying to ask here. While I go beat up some Beetles. Get over here, you stupid Beetles. That's right. I am Iron Man. Oh, trying to sneak attack me, huh? Not today, bud. Oh gosh, did I get hit? Totally got hit. You would not believe, gentlemen, how much of a scrub I was when I first started playing this game. I think it was like middle school. I remember I went into this forest for the first time and I was like scared. I'm like, what was I, a child? Yes, I was. Alright. Anybody else got some good questions here, huh, buds? Yes, no, maybe so.
Good work, lad. Those beetles can be a damn nuisance. Here, I think you've earned yourself some pocket money for that.
Some pocket
If you
money.
want more gold, I'm sure the servants could use your help with something. Or you can get an early night.
What are we thinking, gentlemen? Do we want to go side quests as a child or go straight to teenager? You let me know. So, apostasy goes against worship. Schism goes against leadership. And, oh, can you even hear me? Sorry. Apostasy goes against worship. Schism goes against leadership. And heresy goes against faith. All right, where are we going? I got one teen. I mean, there's 12 people here. Come on, are we going teenager or are we staying as side quests for the kid? Become a relatable teenager. I'm in high school. I don't want to see children. Okay. We are going to transform into teenage whoever this guy is.
The guild was now the boy's life. The memory of the Oakvale flames still scorched his mind, but soon he had no thought other than training, and he became stronger and more agile with every passing year. His days were filled with grueling exercises, nights with study in the library.
Gosh, can you imagine if all you had to do was read and get huge?
Finally, he was ready to become a
Instead of,
guild
like, homework?
apprentice,
Oh my God.
just as Maze had foreseen. The real training was about to begin.
Real training's about to begin. Let's
Get
go.
out of bed, lazy bones.
Question my
We were
above.
supposed to meet the guildmaster on the other
What
side of the
question
river.
did you ask,
But
Jedi
that was an
disciple?
hour ago. We better get going. Race you there.
Oh, hold on, guys. This is a race. I don't even know where I'm going. This way? Oh, there's no jumping in this game. I forgot. Oh my gosh, move. Oh, what? That's not fair. I'm stuck. Oh yeah. You say late?
You can put that old stick away.
All right.
We'll begin training with real weapons now.
I'm going to be streaming until 6 o'clock because my wife has to go coach some volleyball. Could you explain St. Ignatius' response to the Protestant Reformation? St. Ignatius, in the way that he established the Jesuits, was very concerned about the spiritual formation of not only his priests and the discipline associated with them and their willingness to go off far and wide, to live lives of poverty where they associated with normal people rather than just the rich. This commitment was a very powerful example and very practical, right? So if the Jesuits are establishing a bunch of schools for children and adults that are teaching them about the faith, that's a lot harder for Catholics to be swayed by heretical arguments, right? And so less people would leave the Catholic Church and go to whatever the schismatics, the Protestant reformers were arguing, right? I would argue that that's probably the most effective in terms of the Counter-Reformation. But it was essentially a revival of how important understanding the faith was. And let's see, Jedi Disciple, what are the connections between the two great schisms in the church, in church history, and the mark of oneness? Once again, that's the same question that I think Sebastian asked. You guys got to be more clear about that question. Like, what do you mean? Because you're just saying, like, if I asked you, what's the connection between, like, dying and jumping off of a bridge? Like, yeah, one leads to the other. So, like, one goes against the, like, it's just like, I mean, the connection's pretty obvious. So what you're asking me is, tell me the connection between breaking up and unity. And I'm like, oh, I think it's pretty obvious. They're opposites, right? So the two great schisms in church history and the mark of oneness, schisms aren't good because it goes against unity and oneness. But I think that if you want a smarter response from me, you need to ask a better question. All right? So let's go. Let's get this long sword.
Come on then. Let's see what you've got, farm boy.
You call me a farm boy? You don't even know. You don't even know what you want. You want some of this?
Is that the best?
Oh, that's right. How?
How did that get through?
Now pay attention. What I'm about to teach you could well save your life one day. The life of a hero is a dangerous one.
Yeah. So, like, the objectives are not questions.
Try to hit you, but you can block her.
I change them into questions for the test.
Can be blocked, but you should.
But when I ask you for the connections, I'm saying you need to know what the mark of oneness is. You need to learn everything about how are we united, why is that important, and then you need to tell me why schism is bad. Right? Like, why is schism not good for the church? Why is it not? Why do we know it's not something that Jesus wanted? Right? So that's what we mean by explain like that. I didn't know that's what you got to be more specific in what you're trying to ask for, though. Oh, not today. Oh, how do I block? Middle mouse button. Touche.
You can't stop me every time.
Dang. How does she do that so well?
Let's see if you can combine attack and defense.
Oh, that's Whisper's older brother.
Ah, hello, Thunder. Come to check on your sister's progress, have you?
You could say that. Whisper told me you've got a training with some farm boy.
And I am being condescended
has
to.
Great potential.
Enough to keep up with my Whisper. Ha.
All right,
Well,
we're
why don't you
definitely
see?
going to try to beat Whisper
Whisper and the
now.
boy are just working on their melee skills now. All right, children. Let's see who has learnt the most in their training. This will be a
Let's go.
no-holds-barred duel, just like your final melee test. Prepare yourselves.
Prepare yourselves, gentlemen.
How did that get shot?
That's all wrong, Whisper. You need to practice more. Shame you couldn't see me fight in the arena. You might have learned a thing or two.
Yep.
Keep training if
Dubster.
you want to go there yourself one day.
All right, let's see.
I could have beaten him if you hadn't stopped us.
We have few enough heroes as it is, without the two of you tearing each other apart in training. Speaking of which,
How did
meet
St.
me as I
Ignatius
make my
specifically
way to the
respond to the Protestant
arch
Reformation?
when you're ready to
The
continue your
reissue,
Oh, and about your
the
melee
official
performance.
statements, the personal
Very
development.
good, lad. Keep fighting like that.
I don't know what you mean by
Go far.
specifically. I described how the Jesuits, like the Jesuits were his.
Then meet me by
The
the
Jesuits
archery
were
range to continue your
that
training.
solution. Specific documents. I don't know if I ever went over specific documents in class, so I don't think I'd hold you accountable for any like specific writings that he had, but just kind of like the efforts that he put in educating people shows us that there was a lot of care. Where's this guy running?
Any princes want to practice melee combat?
Oh. That there was a lot of focus on, hey, we need to educate people so that they don't get convinced by these heresies. Let's see. How does the mystical body of Christ through what?
Any princes want to practice melee combat?
Okay, so that's a good question. The mystical body of Christ is damaged,
Are
right?
you ready for your archery
When
training? Let's continue our training.
when
with the
schism
bow.
occurs, right? If I am the hand and you are the arm, or if you are the chest and I am the shoulder blade, and we separate from each other, dismemberment or dislocation are not good states for the body to be in. And so we would say that separating your body from itself is not great, right? So the mystical body of Christ actually provides us with a really good analogy of how to understand
To begin with, see if you can hit
the damage that's done to
station
the Christian community when schism
Put some
occurs.
effort into it. The longer you pull back your bowstring, the more damage you will cause. But make sure you stay. within
Analyze the
circle.
schism with the Orthodox Church means I want you to understand the context. I want you to understand the disagreements. I want you to, if you want to, go back to that video with the friar guy, that young guy who's, I think he's studying to be a priest, or he is a priest. I think he's studying to be a priest. But yeah, that's what it means. Just understand that more. Said we need to know about the Council of Trent as a response to the Protestant Reformation. What specifically do we need to know about the council? You need to be able to explain what comes out of the council that responds to Protestant reformers' arguments. And we went over that in class. Did Ignatius himself ever say anything about the Reformation? Once again, I mean, specifically, I'm not asking you to reference any documents. So it's more just look at the Jesuits, look at the Society of Jesus as an extension of Ignatius of Loyola. All right, let's make it happen.
Now, lock onto the target.
I'm a master.
Well done. You hit all the targets. Unfortunately, most foes don't stand still. So let's see how you fare against moving targets. You have a minute to score as many points as you can. The front target is worth 1 point. The middle one is worth 3. And the one at the back will score you 9 points.
9
And
points?
remember, the longer you pull back your bowstring, the more damage the shot will cause.
More damage means more points. But you have to balance power, firing rate, and accuracy. Let's see what you can do.
Goodness. First person view. Press right mouse button while drawing the arrow back.
Come on, lad. Get your bow out.
Oh, nice. Ah, shnikes. Oh, I missed. Oh my gosh, I suck at this game. Got him.
Plenty of power. Lovely.
Got him. Guys, are we seeing this? Do we see the score?
Excellent hit. Keep them coming.
I got 24 seconds
shooting.
left. Goodness.
Marvelous.
Guildmaster, a powerful man.
I think that this is probably a lot harder on consoles.
Excellent shooting, my lad. Do that in your skill test and I'll be most impressed.
Let's see. Where in the book, what page is the table of heresies? It's not a table. It's just pages. In your textbook, it's a little different than mine, but there should be a section in chapter 5 titled Early Church Heresies. You mind reminding me of what the council's response was? I think there was a video about it, but I don't remember what video. If you go to the slides, by the way, the PowerPoint slides are posted on MySJ. If you go to the slides, oh, they're not on the slides. I think it's on the parlay. Right? I think it's the parlay. Are you kidding me? Did I never assign it? Yes, here we go. If you go in the first round table, that first parlay that we did, and you see that we have the 6 sources, go to the source number 5 titled Bishop Robert Barron on the Council of Trent, and you'll be able to watch that video again. So, but those are some good sources as well, related to what we've been studying. What magical essence is causing these targets to move? Yeah, definitely not electricity.
Next, we will learn about the ways
I could not tell you. There's probably just some dude back there just like aggressively pulling a string.
By the waterfall.
Oh, it's 6 o'clock, gentlemen. So, journey. Well, we gotta go. We can pick this up maybe next time. You know, I actually really like this game. So I have no problem streaming this multiple times, but I'm gonna go ahead and save it right now. We're gonna save the last checkpoint. Yeah, what do I do? What do I do? Do I? Am I good? Oh, right there. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna save. We're gonna hop off the game, gentlemen. But we will return at another point. Shoot, we don't even. It doesn't even have to be related to a test. Just maybe like answering any theology questions at all. But this has been great for me. Can't believe I actually got this game now. Super excited about that. But you guys have a great day. Peace out. And if you have any questions, well, rely on each other, and I'll see you at the test tomorrow.
Any apprentice